Hi everyone. Well, we started reading Charlotte's Web. You can see it backwards on here. We started reading Charlotte's Web on Monday and it's our new book. And look at this, some of us are stuck at home and you might not have it. So I thought I will bring it home from school and carry on reading you our Charlotte's Web. So Monday, we read the very first chapter and we met Mr. and Mrs. Arable. We met Fern. We met Avery, Fern's brother. And of course, we met Wilbur. Can you remember what was so particular about Wilbur? So he was a pig. He was born in a litter of pigs, but what was particular about him? Can you remember? He was the runt of the litter, wasn't he? He was the smallest. And Mr. Arable, what was he going to do? But Fern didn't think that was fair, so she rescued Wilbur. Okay, I'm going to read you a little bit more of the story. Chapter 2, Wilbur. Fern loved Wilbur more than anything. She loved to stroke him, to feed him, to put him to bed. Every morning, as soon as she got up, she warmed his milk, tied his bib on. Oh, can you imagine that? A little pig with a little bib on, a little tiny piglet. And held the bottle for him. Every afternoon, when the school bus stopped in front of her house, she jumped out and ran to the kitchen to fix another bottle for him. She fed him again at supper time and again just before going to bed. Mrs. Arable, don't forget that's Fern's mum, gave him a feeding around noontime each day. Noontime? What's noontime? Dinner time, middle of the day, when Fern was away in school. Wilbur loved his milk, and he was never happier than when Fern was warming up a bottle for him. He would stand and gaze up at her with adoring eyes. For the first few days of his life, Wilbur was allowed to live in a box near the stove in the kitchen. Then, when Mrs. Arable complained, he was moved to a bigger box in the woodshed. At 2 weeks of age, he was moved outdoors. It was apple blossom time and the days were getting warmer. Apple blossom. So I think that's the time in spring when there's on the apple trees there's the little blossom, the little flowers that in the end turn out to grow into the apples. Mr. Arable fixed a small yard especially for Wilbur under an apple tree and gave him a large wooden box full of straw with a doorway cut in it so he could walk in and out as he pleased. "Won't it be cold at night?" asked Fern. "No," said her father. "You watch and see what he does." Carrying a bottle of milk, Fern sat down under the apple tree inside the yard. Wilbur ran to her and she held the bottle for him while he sucked. When he had finished the last drop, he grunted and walked sleepily into the box. Fern peered through the door. Wilbur was poking straw with his snout. In a short time, he had dug a tunnel in the straw. He crawled into the tunnel and disappeared from sight. He was completely covered with straw. Fern was enchanted. It relieved her mind to know that her baby would sleep covered up and would stay warm. And I've got a lovely picture for you. How gorgeous. Look at him. Right, hands up who wants a pig. Definitely. Okay, I'm going to leave it there and I'll read you another little bit of the story tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care. Bye-bye.